Let's break down these interceptions from Ryan Tannehill. I'm going to go through them chronologically, okay? So the first interception, first play of the game, Ryan Tannehill. This is Ryan Tannehill's fault, and it's Todd Downing's fault. So why it's Ryan Tannehill's fault, here's the screenshot from NFL Game Pass and the All-22. Ryan Tannehill was so late trying to throw to Julio Jones. So late. Julio Jones, obviously right there on top of the 40-yard marker, and Ryan Tannehill incredibly late and to get him there. And Jesse Bates, the safety on the hashes, was able to go jump that route. Now, here is why it's also Todd Downing's fault. And this was pointed out.
Was a bad play call to start?
No. Not the it wasn't the decision to do a play action pass on the first play that was a bad thing. It's the route concept. It's the route concept of what Todd Downing has in his philosophy. Because Julio Jones was wide the hell open. Tannehill was late. But the reason why Jesse Bates was able to get there is because, and Matt Bowen, who works for NFL Matchup on ESPN, former NFL safety, made this point. There was nothing holding Jesse Bates in the center of the field. I'll show it again. Look at the bottom of the screen. Look at Derrick Henry on the hash, the Izzo, the 83 tight end, and Jeff Swain. What the hell are those three guys doing? They are just jumbled together, doing nothing to take any attention from Jesse Bates' safety away from Julio Jones. There has to be a route on the back half of the play, on the back side, to hold Jesse Bates' eyes for at least another half count. And if the route concept is correct and balanced, then maybe Jesse Bates doesn't get there, even with Ryan Tannehill being late to the throw. That the decision to throw that by Tannehill was bad because it was late, and the play concept was trashed by Todd Downing.
I mean, that was well put, right? If you have a fly route or a deep out on the other side of the field, that holds them, because as you saw at the top of that screen, they're doubling A.J. Brown, which they should, right? I mean, that is the first play of the game. Here's the problem. Tannehill is the problem. Right there, that is Tannehill's fault. It's the first play of the game, bro. You should be juiced up to get to your spot. You've had 2 weeks to think about that throw and that play. You had 24 hours and hopefully a little bit of a sleepless night because you were so geeked up, and you're late. You're late.
So late.
You can't do that. This will be a theme of this show. Elite quarterbacks are not late in that situation.
Oh, no doubt. And so Mike Jones says Tannehill shouldn't have thrown it. No excuses, all on Tannehill. Again, I'm telling you where the blame needs to be placed on all of these interceptions. And what did I say before I started this one, Mike? And maybe you jumped in mid breakdown. Interception number 1 was on Ryan Tannehill for being late. If he's not late, then it's a completion for a first down, even with the bad play concept. But it's also on Todd Downing for a bad play concept, for not having anybody on the backside to hold the safety. Because Ryan Tannehill can't look off the safety to nobody, right? The safety needs to have something happening on the backside of the play to hold him for just a half a count, and maybe even with a late throw. So it's on both, but 1 on Tannehill, 2 on Todd Downing. Now we're going to go to the second interception from Ryan Tannehill, the one that really hurt right after the 45-yard run by Deontay Foreman, set up 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. And this one is a video that I got from No Flags Film on Twitter, showing that this was an RPO, a run pass option for Tannehill to either hand to Foreman or throw the bubble to Chester Rogers. And here's the video. So as you see, the blocking concept shows why it's the RPO. And what I found interesting, and No Flags Film mentioned this on Twitter with the video, is that normally Mike Hilton, who is the blitzing nickel, normally comes at the quarterback, right? But he widens out because Mike Hilton, who made the play, knew exactly where Ryan Tannehill was going to go. I'll play it again. Instead of going to the quarterback on a nickel blitz, which you normally do, he widens out and makes the play because he read it. So Tannehill knew the blitz was coming, but Mike Hilton made an incredible play. So really, this is on I'm going to get to it in a second. This is first and foremost, an incredible play by Mike Hilton to acknowledge that, but it's also on Todd Downing first and foremost, because let's see if this looks familiar. It's the same damn play earlier in the game. Just the same formation, the same motion, the same everything. The same damn play, and look at what Mike Hilton almost did the first time. I'll play it again. Mike Hilton, same blitz. He went to Tannehill first and Tannehill got the throw to Rodgers. They ran the same damn play out of the same damn formation again, and Mike Hilton, who is a good player, picked it off. Todd Downing, what the hell are you doing? You cannot do that when you have smart defenders like Mike Hilton. Interception number 2, 1, run the damn football. 2, don't do that's coaching. That is coaching malpractice, Zach.
You have come to this show fully prepared with your guns ablazing, because I don't disagree with a single word you just said. I mean, that's straight facts. It is the coach's responsibility to not put his players in bad situations. Mike Hilton, who's to blame? Mike Hilton is to blame because of the play they made. I mean, it was incredible. And sometimes, as we say, really good players in playoff games step up and make superb plays. Travis Kelce last night, Patrick Mahomes, right? All of those type guys.
That is Mike Hilton out coaching Todd Downing.
Yeah. And look, I hate that play call. I mean, I think everybody hates that play call. Who are you trying to get the ball to?
Chester Rogers.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know, because the first time it gained 3 whopping yards.
Wouldn't you try to get the ball to A.J. Brown? Wouldn't you try to get the ball to Julio Jones?
I mean, you would think so. Or just hand the ball
off.
Or
Foreman. I mean, shit.
That's the problem.
Foreman was having a hell of a game.
That's the problem. You just had, and I said this in the postgame show several times. Right before that second interception, 4 carries for 66 yards. Derrick Henry ran for 9 yards, ran for 4 yards, ran for 9 yards, and then boom, Foreman busts it for 45 yards to set up first and goal at the 9, and you run the play for the second time out of the same exact look, same exact motion, where it almost was bad the first time, and then it was disaster the second time. All right, are you ready for interception number 3?
Give it to me.
Todd Downing gets a break on this one. Todd Downing is not involved in this breakdown. This is solely on Ryan Tannehill. It is 3rd and 5. I so artistically drew a white line over the first down yard to gain line, and I circled the 3 better decisions that Ryan Tannehill had on this play. Instead, he throws to Nick Westbrook-Akine up at the top of the numbers on the 45-yard line with the Bengals player draped all over him in between 2 other defenders and with a safety over the top. So when he had Ferkser right there, who had an opportunity for a catch and run to get to the sticks, or Derrick Henry at the top of your screen out of the backfield on a flare route. Then A.J. Brown is right there covered up on the Titans logo at midfield. And so the throw to Chester Rogers on the backside is also wide the hell open. But Ryan Tannehill missed 3 other options. Now, here's my expectation. I expect that Chester Rogers is not actually an option on this play. Yeah. I expect him to be a kind of a dead route on the backside because you're trying to read the left side of the field. So really, it's Ferkser or the flare route at the top of the screen to the sideline, but Ryan Tannehill missed on those 2. That one is squarely on Ryan Tannehill.
It's so infuriating. That is infuriating. That play of who you're trying to target, when you're trying to target, how you're trying to target NWI when he's covered, he's not going to make that play. Khalif Raymond didn't make that play last year.
Yep.
NWI ain't going to make that play this year.